Hey guys, how's it going? In this video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and I'm going to give my first impressions on the Samsung Galaxy Book S. Now, this is the first mobile PC that Samsung is bringing to their Galaxy line, and basically what that means is that this is a laptop, but it's powered by a smartphone chipset. So the model we have in front of us here is the Mercury Gray color. There's also an earthy gold color, which is basically just pink. We have Windows 10 on this device. We have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8CX. We have 256 gigabytes of storage with 8 gigabytes of RAM, and it goes for $999. But let's go ahead and take a look at this device. Have our device on top here. Let's see what else we get in the box. We have what looks to be a pretty lengthy Type-C to Type-C cable. We have a Type-C to Type-A adapter, and we have the 25-watt super fast charger, which is also found with the Note 10, Note 10 Plus, S10 Lite, Note 10 Lite, and the upcoming Galaxy S20 phones. And we have some paperwork, but now let's take a look at the Galaxy Book S. So similar packaging to the Galaxy Tab S6. Now, first impressions right out of the box, this thing is extremely light. I think it weighs around just 2 pounds or so, and also extremely thin. There is not much to this device at all. We have a Type-C port on one side, and we have another Type-C port and a headphone jack on the other side. And what's kind of strange, not sure how I feel about it, but the Samsung branding is off to the left of the device, so just definitely a different look than what we're used to. On the bottom of the device, we have 4 rubber stoppers that'll hopefully keep this device in place. And we also have a tray on the bottom here for a micro SD card, up to 1 terabyte of storage, and a SIM card tray. We also have AKG speakers on this device, so we'll definitely check those out. But let's not waste any more time and get into this device. First thing we'll check, of course, if it has one-handed openability. Can you open it up with just one finger, one hand? Yep, no issues at all with that. Doesn't bounce off the table or anything. Very easy to open it right up with one hand. All right, so it's been a few hours now with the Galaxy Book S, and I really just wanted to take some time to get to know this device before I shared my thoughts with you guys, but I'm really excited to share some of my first impressions with you on this device. So first and foremost, it's probably already been mentioned, but this thing is extremely lightweight. It is just around 2 pounds, and I know that might just sound like 1 pound less than lightweight laptops, but it really does make a difference. It just makes you so much more likely to grab this and take it with you wherever you go. And despite it being so lightweight and thin, it still definitely has powerful capabilities, which we'll get to in a bit here. We have some bumpers on the bottom to somewhat keep the device in place when it's on a desk, and you can still move it with those bumpers there, but I guess it provides you just a little bit of extra stability when you're using this on a tabletop. Now, for unlocking and getting into the device, you're going to be using that fingerprint sensor, which is found on the power button. Very quick and easy to get into your device. Now, regarding the screen, this is a 13.3-inch 1920 by 1080 Full HD display. This isn't your top-of-the-line display by any means. Not 4K, not the high-spec OLED screens that we've been seeing coming to laptops. And we have that lower spec screen, I assume, to get that better battery life, which we'll also touch on a bit later. But the bezels on the device are extremely thin. It gives it a very nice premium look here. And there is a pretty nicely sized chin on the bottom here. But in my few hours of usage here, I haven't even really looked at that chin, and it hasn't really bothered me at all. You're looking up at the screen, and when you're looking at the corners of the screen, you just see that really thin bezel there. Very nice. And we do have a 16:9 aspect ratio here, so YouTube videos will fill up the entire screen. None of it will be missing, nothing cut off on the edges or anything. So perfect for viewing your YouTube content. And since this is so lightweight, you may just take it in the bed with you and use it at the desk in your office, and then take it down to the kitchen when you're eating or cooking. Just that fact that it's super portable and it has a great looking screen here, definitely a good combination. Also, something that I think is a huge appeal and a huge addition here is that this is a touch display. You may be more inclined to carry this around with you. You may just be holding it like such and just going through stuff with your hand if you don't have a mouse nearby or don't want to use the trackpad. And there isn't a whole lot of screen wobble, which is nice too. Yeah, of course, you can see here it is shaking a little bit when you press against the screen, but there's a pretty sturdy hinge on this device. Just overall, the touch experience has been really nice. Now, the keyboard. The keys are pretty flat. Not my favorite typing experience I've ever had, but not the worst I've had either. But now let's take a listen to a sound bit of the keyboard in action and the trackpad. Also, the trackpad has been nice here, just feels nice to use. And there are some swipe gestures, which I'm sure there's more that I haven't seen yet, but just simply using 3 fingers to swipe up brings up all of your currently open applications. And then swiping down with 3 fingers will just take you to your home screen and just minimize everything. And I'm sure there's plenty other navigations that are also very useful, and those will come in the full review. But this whole entire area here seems to be made of very good materials. When you press down on here, there's not a whole lot of give. Very sturdy device. And another important factor of that keyboard is the backlighting. So we're actually going to have to go to a darker room because that's the only way you're going to see these backlit keys. So the backlighting on the keyboard is very subtle. You're not going to see it unless you're in a dark setting, and it's just enough for you to be able to decipher which keys are which. It's not going to completely brighten up like you might be used to on other keyboards. And it's not a white backlighting, it's more of a glow in the dark kind of look. And there are 3 different settings, even though they all are pretty dim. Now the speakers on the Galaxy Book S, I am very impressed with these. And they're found on the bottom of the device on both sides. And even though they are bottom firing speakers, they sound great. They have a good level of bass and just super loud. So I'm going to give you guys another sound bit to try and give you guys an experience of the audio quality here. So even if that didn't do it justice, just take my word that the speakers are legit on this laptop, and it's again surprising when considering the weight and size overall here. Now regarding the battery life, I obviously have nothing concrete on this yet because I've only been using this device for a few hours now, but Samsung is claiming up to 25 hours of battery life. That's specifically when watching video content, and that is a pretty bold claim. The battery size, it's a 42 watt hour battery, which in the world of laptops isn't massive by any means, but that Qualcomm chip, the 1080p display, and a lack of a super bright backlit keyboard all add up to potentially giving you better battery life, and there'll definitely be more analysis on that battery in a future video. It's just so nice though to be charging with Type-C, and you can do that on the left or the right hand side of the device, and it's the same super fast charger that comes with the latest Samsung smartphones, so you don't need a specific charger to also lug around with you. Just use the charger you use for your phone already, and you're going to be able to power up the Galaxy Book S just fine. Alright, so some of you asked about the gaming experience on the Galaxy Book S, and a game that I play a lot is Age of Empires, and I've had Age of Empires 3 running here for a little bit, and there definitely is lag when you're playing, but you'll see here that I can actually play the game just fine. It's not the highest resolution settings or anything, but the game runs. I mean, it works. That in itself is great because this doesn't have a dedicated graphics card or anything. Now, this game is not really graphically intensive. It's more CPU intensive, but that still does speak to this Qualcomm processor in here that you can do some light gaming on this device. But right now in combat, this would be a time when the game would lag more, but it's actually not too bad. It is a little bit choppy. It's obviously not even close to the normal gaming laptop that I use for games like this, but it's running, it's working, it's going pretty smoothly, and so you can do some light gaming on this device. Now, someone also asked if there was bloatware on the device, and I didn't really see a whole lot here, just the usual Microsoft stuff, and just a small handful of Samsung apps here. But I think the Samsung Notes is going to be especially helpful because you can sync your notes between your Galaxy Book S and your smartphone or any of your other Samsung devices so that you could jot down notes with your S Pen on your Galaxy Note, and then those notes could transfer to your laptop, and then vice versa if you couldn't take this with you for whatever reason. But that is going to be it here on this quick first impressions video on the Galaxy Book S. First impressions here, I'm honestly very impressed with this device. I think I was expecting a little less just because I thought it was going to be this nicely designed premium feeling device for $1,000. Not going to do a whole lot for you. It's definitely packing a lot more than I thought it would be. It definitely has the potential to get some productivity done for you. And also just the fact that it's super portable, super lightweight. It means you're going to take it with you everywhere you go. I mean, having that touchscreen, having excellent speakers, just little things here that are adding up to make this a really nice device. And I'm excited to bring you guys the full review on the Galaxy Book S. But please do let me know questions you have in the comments that I did not cover in this video. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and please consider subscribing to the Shane Symonds YouTube channel today and hitting that bell icon for notifications. I hope to see you guys around for the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.